Oh my gosh, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan, and today I have the wrap-up for week 2 of the 25 Days of Manga. I'm so excited. I had a really freaking good reading week this week. I ended up reading 12 volumes of manga. Randomly something in me awoke, and I was like, let's just read everything. And this was just a fantastic week, honestly. I've read so many good books. I have a lot to say. I hope I can get through this really quickly. But let's just get going right now. So the first thing I read this week was Prince Freya Volume 1. I read this with my friend Aisha on, I believe it was my live stream, I think. Or was it hers? It was her live stream. I can't even remember anymore. But this was a lot of fun. This was actually really, really good, really dark. It's a, like, fantasy romance, kind of. Is it romance? It might be. It might turn into a romance, but it's basically a political fantasy about a young girl named Freya who has to essentially take on the throne as a prince, and it's their journey going from, like, nothing to be a prince. It's really, really good. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it, but I love this. This was excellent. The next manga I read was A Man and His Cat Volume 2. This one is by Umi Sakurai. This is so freaking good. I love this so much. It's so cute. It's honestly just an adorable read about an older man and his adorable cat. I love it. It's so sweet. I highly recommend it. This was a lot of fun. Then I read Manly Appetites, Minagishi Loves Otsu. This is a volume 1 of a new series. This one is written by Mito, and this is just so adorable, so cute. I freaking love it. I freaking adore it so much. It's translated by Amber Tamasaitis, and I absolutely love this. It's about an office worker named Otsu, who's a chubby man, and he's very insecure about himself. And Minagishi is I don't know if I would call him a senpai or whatever, but is he older than him? I don't remember. But he works with him, he's a coworker, and he is absolutely in love with Otsu. Absolutely, completely in love with him. And it is so sweet and so wholesome and so fun. I loved it so much. If you're looking for a BL that is basically just happiness in a book, read this. It is so wonderful. I love it so much. It gave me all the feels. This is one of my absolute favorite reads of the year. I highly recommend it. Then I decided to read the first 3 volumes, basically, of Everyone's Getting Married. I read this pretty quickly. I'm finally getting through this series. I started it a long time ago with volume 1 when it first came out. I actually did a first impressions video of it way back in the day. I don't even know if I want to leave it in the cards, because I don't think it's that great. But I really like this series. It's essentially about a woman who wants to get married and the man who doesn't. And it's their romance. It's a josei romance. It is so good. I really love the discussion of marriage and love, marriage versus love, feelings and love, and I'm not doing a good job explaining it, but it's wonderful. I love learning more about Ryu's past. The man, he is wonderful. He is so sweet. And I actually kind of agree with his ideals on marriage. We're basically the same person, essentially. Basically. So, I really like it. I think it's really cute. I can't wait to read more of it. I loved these 3 volumes. I think Volume 2 was my favorite of the 3, if I had to say anything. Volume 3 did have a trope that I'm not exactly the biggest fan of, but I still enjoyed it. I loved learning more about Ryu in this volume. We learned a lot about his past, and it was really great. I love this. It's a great series. I would highly recommend it. I'm going to save the last physical manga I read for last, because it's my favorite thing I've read all year, and I want to talk about it. But let's talk about some of the digital manga that I've read this past week. I read a lot. So I ended up finishing Asahi Senpai's Favorite. I read volume 6 of Asahi Senpai's Favorite. This was my favorite volume. This one is about, basically this is the Christmas chapter, so we have our 2 main characters and their Christmas together. It is so adorable, so lovely. I want more. I loved it so much. It's my favorite volume in this series. I highly recommend this series. And then I ended up reading volume 7 of Asahi Senpai's Favorite, which is the final volume. I actually read this with my friend Danny at the Panda Post. We read this together because she's the one who got me into this series, and we decided that we wanted to read it together to kind of finish off the series, and we both really enjoyed it. I really, again, just love this really adorable shoujo series, shoujo romance. It's so cute. I love Asahi and his playfulness. I love pretty much almost everything about it except for a few hiccups, and also this last volume was kind of rushed a little bit. There were just a couple of things that I was like, this is, you know, it's cute, but it's not, like, it hasn't ascended in the shoujo, like, way. You know what I mean? So I still really enjoyed it, though. I would highly recommend the series if you haven't checked it out already. It's lovely. What else did I read? Oh, I also read 1122 for a Happy Marriage. This one is written by Peko Watanabe. I read this on the recommendation of Aisha, Mama Loves Manga, one of my best friends, and I freaking adored this. This was so great. This is a, I believe, josei romance. Is it josei? If it's seinen, I'll put it up on the screen, but I believe it's josei. About this woman who is in a kind of crumbling marriage in a way, sort of. It's very complicated. She's in a complicated marriage with another man, well, a man, obviously, and it's about him basically cheating on her with someone else, and her kind of accepting that, which is so different from anything I've ever read in my life, honestly. I loved this series. It was so good. It was so deep and emotional and well written. Like, even though he's doing something that I am not a fan of, I still, for some reason, I could understand both of them in a way, more so her than him. But I really liked this. I thought this was great, and I'm definitely going to pick up the other volumes for sure, because it's really good. It has a lot to do with marriage and happiness and love and passion and what happens when your passion is gone, and it's so good. I really liked it. I would highly recommend it. It's fantastic. One of my favorite reads of the year for sure. And then I think I only read one more digital manga, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go look through my Kindle just in case, because I'd be forgetting things. Okay, and the last digital manga that I read this week was Abe-kun's Got Me Now, and this one is written by Aki Iwai, and I really enjoyed this series a lot, or at least the first volume. It's essentially about a girl in high school who meets this boy who is a karate kid kind of guy. He's a very athletic person, and he's very gorilla-like. She describes him as a gorilla, and she doesn't like him at all. She hates him. She can't stand him. She thinks he's annoying and rude and just very big and gross to her. But he is in love with her, and he's a very alpha, very, I guess, dominant in a way, but he has like a soft side to him too that I like. I really like this series. It's kind of a, what's the word? Like a parody of shoujo romance in some aspects. There's a lot of scenes that are like poking fun at a lot of tropes that I really like. I thought this was a lot of fun and a lot of cuteness. You know, I really liked it. If you like a haters to lovers story, this is a really good one to try. I really liked it. It has a lot of like tongue-in-cheek humor, and I think it's really cool. And also the heroine is kind of my favorite kind of heroine. I like the kind of like tomboyish, like kind of, how do I describe it? Have you ever read Happy Hustle High? She kind of reminds me of the main character in Happy Hustle High a lot, and that's why I like this even more. I think it's going to be a great series. I'm definitely going to check out more of it. If you've read it, let me know what you thought of it, because I really liked it. I think it's great. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, and now it's time to talk about my favorite manga of the year. My favorite manga of the year. And I hope I don't talk about it for too long, because my camera's about to die. So, I read volumes 1 and 2 of Blue Flag by Kaito. I was not ready. I was not ready for this, okay? This one is translated by Adrian Beck, and it is a story about these 3 babies, or actually 4 babies, the 4th one's on the back. Look at her. I wish she was on the cover How do I even get it? She is wonderful. I love her too. These babies, I love these babies. It's about them. They are high school teenagers, and one of them is Taichi, who is our kind of main character essentially, and he's kind of like an awkward shy boy, and he has a best friend from middle school, Toma, who is athletic and very, very popular, and they're kind of becoming friends again after not seeing each other for a while. And then we enter Futaba, who is in love with Toma. And Futaba is a very awkward, shy girl, very quiet. And she becomes friends with Taichi to kind of hopefully become romantic with Toma in a way. But the twist here, the twist in this manga is so freaking fantastic and fabulous and gay, and I love it, and I'm here for it, and I love to see it. I lost my mind reading volume 2 last night. I lost my mind. Oh my god. I cried, I laughed, I got chills, I talked to myself. Like, this series is so freaking good. If you haven't read it yet, you have to. It has such good themes of accepting yourself and accepting love, and just... it's so freaking good. It's so freaking... I can't even. It makes me go insane. It makes me go insane. These babies need to be protected at all costs. I love them so much. I want to make a full video about it because I love it so much. The art is incredible. It's absolutely stunning. And not only that, but the way that the mangaka actually draws expressions. I want to show you something. I need to show you something. Because the way that they draw expressions is just phenomenal, and I can understand exactly what the character is feeling just from the drawing alone. Hold on, where is it? This, and then also this. Can you understand? Do you understand the emotions that I have for this series? I love it. Okay, I think I should stop now before I talk about Blue Flag for 50 minutes. I had such a phenomenal reading week. I highly recommend all of these reads. I loved every single one of them. They were so fantastic. If you've read any of them, let me know what you thought of them in the comments below. Please, I need to talk to someone about Blue Flag especially because, oh my god, it's so good. It's honestly probably in my top 5 manga of all time. And I'm getting chills right now. I haven't loved characters this much in so long. I'm gonna cry. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna cry right now. I love them. They're babies. Okay, I need to turn off the camera before I turn insane again. Okay, so thank you for watching this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a fabulous reading week as well. I hope your life is going well as well. Please let me know what you've read this week. If you read any manga, please let me know. And as always, please remember, for the love of all that is gay, oh my babies, stay sexy. Oh my god.